The first time I met Woody was actually a blind date. A friend of mine she'd been asked out by a friend of Woody's, and we were not quite 16 years old, and her mother would not allow her to go alone, and so she wanted her to do a double date. And so he called his friend Woody and said, "Would you go with me?" And so he brought him along, and the four of us went out. He and I have been married now for this year will be 44 years.
You should get an award.
Thank you. I do deserve an award. And I think I do know him better than anyone else, maybe better than he knows himself.
The first time I met Woody would have been in about 1995. I was right out of the Marine Corps and was working as an insurance defense lawyer here in Columbia, and I was assigned a case down in Allendale, and I got to meet Woody, and he and I made an immediate connection because his dad was in the Marines. His dad served in World War II, was in the Pacific Theater in Guadalcanal, and I knew all about Guadalcanal, and so we made that connection early on as a Marine and as Woody, the son of a Marine.
Woody has this uncanny ability to reduce a problem to its lowest common denominator and see a solution. And he also has this wonderful natural instinct of right and wrong. And he always has for as long as I've known him. He sees inequity versus equity. He sees it immediately, and he sees injustice. And he always feels that he has some kind of responsibility to right or wrong. He's just loyal. And that's such a wonderful attribute, I think.
And he's built that reputation in Allendale, just the faithfulness, the semper fidelis. I mean, he is always faithful. And he didn't wear a Marine uniform, but he was raised by a Marine. He definitely very much the same tenacity of a Marine. But that faithfulness and that loyalty, that has bred success after success, because he just, the people of Allendale can trust him. The people of Hampton trust him, and he is trusted by generations of South Carolinians. I've been involved with Woody in hundreds of cases, if not 1,000 cases, and 99% of them were against each other. He represents the plaintiff, I represent the defendant through the insurance company, and he is always consistent. And he is consistent in that he is 100% honest. He will always tell the truth. Second, he will always give 100% effort for all of his clients, whether it's a small case or a large case. He gives the same amount of effort. It's just 100%. And that's because he is, in my mind, it's not just a case for Woody. He's actually representing a person, the people of Allendale. And so, he is the epitome of integrity and of diligence and definitely service. But he is the people of Allendale. He's their voice in our legal system.
He came to Allendale because of me. I graduated.
He was in love.
Well, he was married.
Well, he's still in love.
The old establishment was running Allendale then. And I grew up there, and I was sort of, I guess, desensitized to it. Woody got in there, and immediately he was just troubled by a lot of things. And he didn't agree with anybody on anything. And honestly, when he brought my attention to it, well, he was my husband, but I had to agree with him on it. It was not right what was going on. I don't think he started out to do that. He started out to right one wrong and then another wrong. But the culmination of all of that for over 40 years actually, has created a situation now where, it's changed.
His family is his life. He is a lawyer by vocation, but he loves loves his family, and I respect that very much about him. I try to emulate that part of him.
We were married for 16 years, and a lot of the reason that we didn't have children is because we were so busy working and doing what we were doing, and really enjoying what we were doing. And then our son was born, and then 4 years later we had a daughter. She was about 2 years old, and I said, let's have one more. And he said, they only make two kinds. We got one of each. Be satisfied.
He loves Beth. He adores his wife, and he adores his children, and I feel the same way toward my wife and children, and that I think I respect that the most of him, because he's a lawyer, but he's very much a husband and father. Woody deserves the Compleat Lawyer Award because he's one of the best lawyers I know. He's one of the best people I know.
He exhibits all of the qualities that, by definition, the complete lawyer should have: integrity and honesty, and that he has promoted the cause of justice in a place that needed it more. There's nobody that I know of that could have done it any better, and he's improved the lives of the people there through what he's done. And I mean, what more can a lawyer really do to promote justice than to make life better, and the judicial system operate more efficiently and fairer for the people that it serves?